Faker, Bjergsen, Sonic Fox, Justin Wong, Ninja, Night Blue, etc., etc., etc. In the world of modern day gaming, these are our athletes, these are our celebrities, and these are our entertainers. The Michael Jordans and the Lionel Messis of our time. These guys make money off of video games. And I think it's awesome. You think it's awesome too. I mean, you're watching this video, so definitely you do. As usual, the Nigerian context is what matters to us, and we're going to look at someone in Nigeria who we are touting as Nigeria's first professional video gamer, an inspiring young man by the name of Dox. Enjoy.
To be a dragon, you gotta be strong. Humble, never bragging. Always fight for right, battling wrong with the power of the dragon. Live the code.
In 2017, some friends and I set up a company. It was called Dog Dojo Gaming. It was an esports company focused solely on gaming. We had our first major event and it focused on FIFA. There were other games on the side, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter and some other stuff, but mainly FIFA. The tournament was a traditionally styled tourney featuring 6 players, and the first place was supposed to get 100,000 naira. The idea was to get the meanest, baddest players on the block to play for bragging rights and to be called the best player in Abuja. Some people showed up, amazing players actually. Some people flew in from out of town, Lagos, Port Harcourt, and one of them, his name was Dox. But you see, something was different about this guy. Everyone else, the gaming thing, it was just their hobby, it was something they did on the side after work with their friends or when they were kids. But for this guy, this was the job, this was personal, this is all he did. All he did was game. Since then, we've been in touch. It's 2019 now, and he's still gaming, rather aggressively actually. He now travels around the country playing in tournaments and plays online tournaments with some of the best FIFA players in the world. This is his job now. He does nothing else. In this episode, we're going to explore his mind, his motivations, his background, and just sort of get an understanding for who he is and why he does what he does.
Never intentionally harm another. Do not battle if you can avoid it. Jimmy and Billy Lee are Dragon Masters now.
It was really important for me to understand this guy. In this country with so much poverty, where everyone sticks to the traditional ways of making money and doing things in life, how crazy do you have to be to become a professional gamer? I mean, gamers here are still viewed like adults who just don't want to do anything better with their time. But for some reason, he seems to have made it work for him. And my question, first of all, was, what made you decide to go into all of this? Dude was clear from the beginning. It was all about passion. He's been playing games since he was a kid. He doesn't want to do anything else with his life. And he communicated this with his parents, who, shockingly enough, were supportive. But we'll have more on that later. All he does is understand the skills, the science, and the techniques involved in winning and being successful. He creates formations for when he's ahead, and when behind, he understands the tactics and the formations required to win. He is dedicated to the mechanics, and he understands them to a T. He also spoke about passion over his environment, and that's what has kept him going. He highlighted to me that for him, the environment that you find yourself in should not determine what you do with your life. Your passion for what you love doing should be what pushes you forward. I went further and I asked him, how does your family take this? Your parents, how did they take this news? And that was possibly the most shocking part of the interview. He stated clearly that his family have supported him from day one. No doubts. They even give him money when he needs to travel to local events or when he needs some support, down to even when they pray, like their fellowship at home. They pray for him, his sisters, they pray for him whenever he has tournaments so he can go and perform at his best. The support was something that caught me off guard. I'm not just used to seeing Nigerian parents react that way. He's currently 28, he's turning 28 this year, and he currently plays 16 hours every single day. Every day, including weekends, 16 hours. He trains, he practices angles, approaches to scoring that you don't normally get, and he clearly stated to me that you cannot take any breaks whatsoever. So 16 hours every day. If that isn't dedication, I really don't know what is. The big concern of mine before going into this interview with Docs for me was his experiences with online play. Online play is possibly the biggest deterrent to us having any real esports activity in this country. Well, that and power, but I've said that over 10 times already in the past episodes. So I asked him about his experiences with online play, and he said he highlighted to me that yes, the internet is a problem, but he's found ways around it. He uses MTN to play exclusively. He doesn't use any other ISP. The biggest advantage has been diversity for him, because giving him his access to online play lets him have access to the best players in the world, the worst players in the world, the most funny tactics, and the most unique players. He's developed relationships with people both within the country and in other continents. So this diversity is what has made his game into the scary display that it currently is. His biggest issue with internet has been how expensive it has been for him to maintain. That's all he said, literally, just the expense, how expensive it is for him to keep paying every single month to get quality internet to play on. That the clearest solution for all of this would be for EA to have a server in Africa. If there was a server in Africa, our ping and latency would drop and the overall gameplay experience would improve. What about his achievements? What are the things that he has done that he's most proud of? He told me about an attempt to break a Guinness World Record in 2017 for the person to play FIFA for the longest in the world. He said it didn't quite work out that time, but he plans on doing it again, likely when he's out of the country. He's proud of the recognition that he's built for himself, the resilience to stick to this path despite the fact that so many people told him to stop. He also told me about numerous partnerships that he's built, including some notable ones like with the CEO of Chocolate City Records. He's also good friends with Dr. Sid, and a number of other celebrities and influential people have decided to support him. I asked him for details, but he couldn't go into details on all of them. He has an ongoing endorsement with the US clothing line that will be made live to the public soon enough. He's also starting up a Docs gaming team, which will be comprised of sports games players in Nigeria to prepare them for competition outside of Nigeria. And he also has the African Esports Championship in Kenya coming up in August. Growing up, you're always advised to think outside the box, to be exceptional, to do great and amazing things wherever you find yourself. But it's always said with an expectation. There are constraints regarding that statement. Okay, if you're going to be exceptional as a lawyer, be exceptional as an engineer, be exceptional as someone doing something that is known. Docs exists to oppose this mentality. Docs is a clear example of someone doing something exceptional, something outside of the box, and something amazing and unseen before. But he's doing it on his own terms, and he's doing it for something he's passionate about, not something that was forced down his throat by society. I have to say, I wish him the best of luck. I'm proud of him. We need more people like this. Gamers, content creators like myself, streamers, people who write gaming websites. The list goes on and on and on. Because nobody is going to create this industry or this organization for us. We create the industry for ourselves. And with more people taking notice of this industry, I have to say, I'm optimistic for the future. And I hope that you are too. This has been episode 4. Thank you.